Hi friends, I'm Nook for short, and welcome to another Nooks Hooks vlog. Most of you guys know that twice a year I do a convention where I sell my plushies. The next convention is at the start of November. It's now nearing the end of August. That means that I have a little over 2 months to prep for this con, and I've already had 5 months since the previous edition. Now I made this whole lovely list of things I wanted to prep for the con in November, and I have not been on track whatsoever. I think I had to make around 3 to 4 plushies a week. I think I've averaged more around 2, so I definitely have to step up my game. That, and this list is not up to date anymore because I've just been making plushies and not keeping my list up to date. So I think it's now time to just do a whole reset and to replan, reorganize everything for the con. Because honestly, I still have 2 months to go, but I'm already feeling quite stressed. I've gathered all of the bags of extra plushies from upstairs. I've got all the plushies on my shelving and on my grid wall. And I think first up, we're just gonna look at what we have. I don't think it's gonna be that much. I feel like there's actually even less than I thought I would have because 2 of these big bags are discount plushies, if I'm not mistaken, because they're like my older plushies. So we have a lot of work to do. So I think step 1 is just gonna be sorting through all the plushies I have, take everything off the wall, and count how much I have of everything so I kind of know where I stand for the con. Usually I aim for about 4,000 to 5,000 euros in stock, and I think I aim for about 170 to 180 plushies, which I don't believe I'm anywhere near that. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by just seeing what's in these bags and sorting through them. I can see there's some spring bunnies in here. So apparently when I took my sweater off, the microphone was still on the sweater. So you guys probably didn't hear anything of what I was saying, which is really great. Apologies. Next bag. I also think a section of the organizing didn't film, which is also great. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at this YouTube stuff, as you can clearly tell. Anyway, we have dragons. 2, 3, 4, fox, fox, dragon, dragon, fox. Not gonna sell this one. Dragon, 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 dragon. Not selling this one. Next up, I'll take down these. Giraffe, unicorn hoodie bear, duck hoodie bear, bee hoodie bear, patchy bear, strawberry cow, strawberry bear, and a blueberry bunny. This is one of my newest makes. It's a combination of lavender with like the bloom yarn, and then I did little flowers on the belly. I think it's super cute. Sleeping dragons. I might leave these on here and those as well because I don't have stegos anywhere else, and also the dragons are easy to count when they're up here. Next up is my wall of plushies. Bear, cow. Ooh, what happened here? It's all dirty. Elephant, a little Hello Kitty bear, patchy, strawberry bear, another one, bird. So these are all the plushies that I have, which is not enough for my convention, so I really have to step it up. I do have some more whips, we'll look into those later, but now it is time to count everything and update my Excel sheet. So what I'm going to do now is grab plushies, update the Excel sheet, and then either put them away in a bag or hang them up somewhere in my room because I do still like to have plushies as decorations in my videos. I sorted the Excel sheet based on the main property and then the variation. So the main is like bear, bird, bunny, and then the variation is bee hoodie, burger, frog hoodie, things like that. So first up we have 3 bee bears, and according to my list I wanted to have 3, so that's perfect. Okay, no, I don't think I'm gonna hang them up yet because that will just be too much walking around. I'm going to keep 1 or 2 are the ones I want to display in my room, and the rest I'm just going to throw into the IKEA bag. Next up, 1 Burger Bear. We do have 1 Burger Bear. 2 Hello Kitty bears, which we do have. Now, a lot of these numbers, I wasn't like, I want 2 Hello Kitty bears. It was more like I had 2 Hello Kitty bears left from the previous edition. So I just put my wants at 2, and so then I didn't have to make any more. So these are not necessarily things I've made since the previous edition. A lot of it's also just leftovers. Next up, we want 2 duck hoodies, which we do have, and this one of them is indeed one that I made extra, so that's good news. Frog hoodie bears, it says here I want 6, but I only see 5, so that does mean I do have to make 1 extra. Which one are we going to display? I think this one. Harry Potter bears, same as before. These are just leftovers. I still had 5, wanted 5. So there's 5 left. So here are my Harry Potter bears. 1 Mario bear. This one not making any extras. 1 panda bear, again, not making any extras. Plain heart bears. Those are these that have the little heart on their belly. I wanted 4 and I have 4. It may currently seem like I'm on track, but just you wait until we get to the strawberry variations and stuff like that. I have 1 plain other hoodie bear. Oh, that should be this one. Although I kind of want to make this one a discounted one because it feels like my older plushies. So I'm going to throw it into the corner. But I do have this one as new ones, and I really like these floral ones. I only have 1 for now, but I am going to add some to the list. I shouldn't be giving myself more work, but hey, it's too cute not to. So I'm going to add a row to my Excel sheet, and I want maybe 3 of them. Next is plain blueberry bears. Here I've made 1 extra since the con, and I want 3 in total, so I still have to make 1 of those. So I'm going to update this to 2. Plain strawberry bears. I don't think I made any of those because those are not my hoodie bears. Those are bears with the body of a strawberry, but I don't think I made any of those. So 0, but I wanted 2. Then all the Pokemon ones, I did not touch those, so I don't have to update anything in my sheet. Powerpuff Girls had 3. Pride Bear, that was this one. So we have the Powerpuff Girls and the Pride Bear. It says here that I had 5 Princess Bears, and then I also wanted 5 Princess Bears, but I'm only seeing 4. Guessing we're changing that number to 4. These Patchy Bears, which I think are really cute, but this is an older version, this is a newer version. It's not well stuffed and doesn't feel like the quality of my newer ones, so I divided this between Scrappy Old and Scrappy New. The new ones I'm selling at the normal price, the old ones will be discounted. It says here I had 8 old ones and 2 new ones, but I think I made some new ones too. So let me gather the old ones and put them in my discount bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we have the new Scrappy Bears, 4, which is everything I want to make. Can you tell I like using pastel green in my patched up bears? So that one is done. That's great news. Next up, we had 4 strawberry hoodie bears, but I wanted 8. It seems like we have 5, so that means I made 1 extra since the previous edition. Unicorn hoodie had 2, want 2. Here they are. A bee bird had 1, 1 and 1, which is this one. I'm gonna need a new bag. Bird hoodie bear. Oh yeah, I want a duck in a goose hoodie and a goose in a duck hoodie. Haven't made any of those, so that's a to-do. Plain birds. I have 4 and I wanted 7. Oh, my fluffy mallards do really well. So I do want to do 2 more fluffy mallards, not 3 more fluffy mallards. So I'm going to change that to I want 6. I have all of these. This one is a fluffy mallard, but it's like a muted fluffy mallard. So I'm not gonna count that one because the darker ones are the ones that are popular. I wanted 4 blueberry bunnies. I've made 1. Strawberry bunnies. I wanted 4, made 2, but I do think I have some whips of these laying around. So yeah, I'll still be able to quickly pop out some more of those. All my cats, but these are probably going to be discount bin. So 1 bee, 1 blueberry, 1 rainbow, and 1 overalls. The cows. I had 1 blueberry cow, wanted 4, now I have 2, which means I made 1. Cow in a frog hoodie, I had 2 and I want 4, and I only see 2. So 2 cows in a frog hoodie. Oh, apparently I wanted 5. Yikes. Plain cows, I have 2, but I want 5. Here's the 2. And I do have another whip of those. So nearly 3. But I don't want 5, I want 4. Princess cows, 0. And I want 0, so all good. Strawberry cows. Now this one's a big one. I had 1 left after my previous con. This was 100% my best seller. I think I brought 11. And I had 1 left, so I sold 10. So my goal for this con is 15 strawberry cows. I did make quite a few already, so here are the first 5. I had 1 since the previous edition, so that's already 4 that I made extra. 6, 7, 8. So I do have 8 strawberry hoodie cows already, but I still want 7 more. I have so much crocheting to do the next month. It's not even funny. Okay, next. Dragons. I divided these in character and plain, but I don't even remember. My total number that I want here is 23 apparently, so I am just going to count them all as dragons because I don't really want to think about which is which. Now dragons I did make. I had 12 left after the last con, but I did have a Day of the Dragon Wing market where I did sell quite a few dragons, but I also made quite a few dragons. So I actually have no idea if I'll be on track or not. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 here. So I have 24 in total. That is 1 extra. So for dragons, I am on track, but also not great because I really love making dragons. So kind of sucks that I can't make anymore because I'm already over budget, but yeah. Elephants. Frog elephants, I wanted 1, I have 1. Plain elephant, I don't want any. Elephant in a plain hoodie. That's this one. Want 1, have 1. Plain strawberry elephant, which is this one. Have 1, want 1. And then I do also want 4 strawberry elephants, and I don't have a single one of those yet. Fish, let's see how many I have, but I don't think I'll be making any extra. Here are my fishies. I think I will just be hanging these on a keychain. I don't think I'll be making any extra. I do think I'm missing one. I think it might be upstairs. So I had these in all the 4 colors that were in here, so I'm missing the blue one. Pretty sure that one's upstairs. So 1, 2, 3, 11 here, and I have 1 more upstairs, so that's 12. I'm not gonna make any more, so I'm gonna bring that down from 16 to 12. Next up are my sleeping foxes, which are these. I want 4 in a plain color, so that's in like a nice orangey red color. I had 1, but it sold during the Day of the Dragon Wing, so currently I have 0. 4 more to make of those. Rainbow foxes, I have 4 and I wanted 6, but I think actually I don't want any more of those because the popular ones are always the orange foxes, so I'm gonna add 1 to the orange foxes and take away any extra rainbow ones I had to make. I am gonna need to look for more bags to store all of these, but also I will have a lot of extra space left on the walls, but I kind of want to fill them up as I go now so that I can really see my progress instead of immediately stuffing my new plushies into a bag and not being able to see what I've made. Next up, frogs. We wanted 2 plain strawberry frogs and we have 2. Giraffes, we had 0 and we wanted 3, and we do have 3, so that's really good. Very happy I did those. Nessies, I wanted 8, probably have 8. Haven't sold any since because I also had just 8 left from the previous one. Then I want my special Nessies. I want 2 turtle bee Nessies, which are these, and I do have 2 of them. I wanted 2 turtle blueberry Nessies and I only have 1, but I think I'm gonna stick to 1 just because Nessies are definitely not my most popular item at the con, and I had 1 of these last time and it didn't sell, so would be kind of stupid of me to make more. Plain turtle Nessies have 0, want 3. I indeed have 0, but I think I'm gonna put that down to I want 2. Because Nessies, as I said, aren't my most popular items. Rainbow Nessies, I want 2, have 0, I still want 2. Turtle Strawberries, I want 3, have 1, but I'm gonna change that to I want 2. So that means I still have to make 5. Spring Bunnies, have 4, want 4, but I do want to still give them hats, because these don't currently have hats, and the hats really make them. Stegos, want 12, have 5. Definitely have more of those now. Actually have 5. No, all of those 5 sold at the Day of the Dragon Wing. So everything I'm showing here now is from my challenge video of how many Stegos I can make in a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Stegos. And I wanted 12, so that's actually perfect. Very happy about that one. Now bears, Totoro bear, that's actually a pattern I still want to make. I haven't designed it yet, but I definitely want Totoro bears. Have 0, want 2. Same for Appa bears, have 0, want 2. Also a pattern I haven't made yet, but it's in my head, it's coming. Then Stitch hoodie bears, which is this one. This is a free mod over on my Patreon. You can either do the ears up or the ears down. I already sold 1 of them. I made 2, but I sold 1 of them, so now I'm at 1 and I want 2. And then Pooh Bears, I have 0, but I want 2. I think that's another important one, and Pooh's super easy because it doesn't have a hoodie, so it's one of my quickest makes. So this is looking like some bad news for me, because I am supposed to make 57 plushies in 2 months. That is not gonna happen, I think. Let me check. When is Facts? November 2026. Oh, we'll be on the 31st of October, so it's not even beginning of November. It's the end of October. Okay, I am stressed. I am stressed. So let's see. 31st of October 2026. And now how many days do we have left? 73 days. So on average, I have to make, oh God, 57 divided by 73. On average, I have to make 0.8 plushies a day. I also have a day job. I'm going to Scotland for 9 days. I am going to Portugal for 5 days. Yikes. So, oh, but good news. I still have my whips. So before I panic too much, let me just get through my whips and write down what I have in whips too. I will be creating some more whips today instead of finishing off plushies, because this is all the stuffing I have left, which is definitely not a lot. So when that happens, I tend to make plushies. Do I have an example? I tend to make plushies like this. So the only thing that's stuffed is the arms and the feet. And then leave them open until I have enough stuffing for the body and the head, because that uses up the most stuffing. So that is a reason why I have so many whips. I could go to the store today to get more stuffing, but it's raining a lot and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to create more whips today. And then tomorrow when I go to work, which is really close to the yarn store, I will get more stuffing. So whips. Here I was working on a strawberry bunny, but I didn't finish this one off yesterday because I was waiting on my Instagram poll, deciding on which color the strawberry should be, because I've never made a brown bunny before and I really wasn't sure. But we do have a winner, so I will be checking that one out later. Next up, I don't know if you could really call this a whip. I'm working on a blueberry bunny. This is like a gray blue toned, but this is all I have for that one. So this one will be quite an easy finish. Then apparently I did make another ear. So I will be using this for another blueberry bunny. Then I did start on a cow in the same like purple floral print which I think is going to be really cute. This doesn't count towards any of my list, but I do think I can just take one off of the strawberry hoodies or something like that and add this one instead. Then we have a really easy whip, which is this frog bear. All I have to do is do the face shaping and add the ears. So that's a quick one. I do see here that I started on another strawberry cow and a hood. Oh, so that's this one here, which is a strawberry bear. By the way, disclaimer, we are not judging me for the amount of whips I have. I just had a period where if I didn't finish my plushie by the evening, the next day I was like, I want to work on a new plushie. Here we are. So I did already make a hood for a Totoro bear. It's something. Do we have anything else in here? Oh, I think, yeah, this is the strawberry cow that I showed you before. It should also have ears and a muzzle, but where is the muzzle? We are also not judging the state. I can't see the muzzle. We're also not judging the state of this thing. It's kind of piled up, but we will be ignoring that. Okay, so I do have 9 more whips. Now, because I don't have a lot of stuffing, I will not be finishing those whips today. Oh, forgot another one. We have a nearly finished plain cow, which is so great. So I have 10 whips, but 2 reasons for not finishing those whips today. Number 1, I don't have stuffing, so I can't finish a whole lot of them. Number 2, I think my next video is going to be a how many whips can I finish in a day, or a just finishing all my whips video. So I think it is time to just create more whips for that video. Next up in my list of things I want to make are actually those flower hoodie bears, and I do feel like making flower hoodie bears. So either that or work on a Totoro bear. Maybe, yeah, I'll just work on the body of the Totoro bear so that that whip is further, and then I also already have kind of more of a pattern that I can share with my Patreon members. That's going to be a good idea. Totoro bear it is. Let's see. So for the Totoro bear, of course, I need gray. Is this the same gray? I think it is. So I need gray. I need some white. I'm going to go for this slightly more creamy white. And then the bear itself. I usually go for this color, but I'm thinking it might be a bit too muted. This could be cute too. Actually, I think I might go for that, and then in the end I just have to add a leaf, but that will be for when I'm finishing the whips, because I want to close off the whole bear before I decide where on the hoodie I want to put the little leaf. All right, time to work on another whip. Also, that's a pile of plushies that I'm gonna hang later. Don't want to do it now, so ignore that. There's a pile of plushies on the floor beside me. I finished the Totoro whip. I'm gonna stop here because next up I have to stuff the body and then do 2 more rows and then stuff the head. So I'm going to stop here. Now I'm kind of debating. I feel like if I work on my whips now, I'm kind of cheating my finishing all my whips video that will be coming up. But on the other hand, I already have 10 whips, a couple of which is a singular ear. So that's still gonna take me a really long time to complete. So I'm a bit on the fence about, do I cheat and work on the whips I have so that they're easier to finish for the video? Or do I work on new plushies and create more whips for the video? That's a hard one. So I don't necessarily want to cheat, but if I am gonna do that as a challenge, I don't think I'll be able to do much more than what's already there. But I also do want to work on stuff now, and I can't finish anything because I don't have enough stuffing. What I think I'm gonna do is for every time I work on a whip that's over there and bring it closer to finishing, for every time I do that, I need to start a new plushie and add it to the whip pile. So I just worked on the Totoro bear. So next up, I'm going to start a new plushie. And what I'm thinking is the biggest chunk that I still have to do is my strawberry cows. But I am going to Scotland in a little over a week. And I think strawberry cows would be perfect to take with me there because I only need a couple pinks and reds. And then I only need a couple base colors for the cows. And I will pump out 7 plushies from that. So the amount of colors of yarn I need to bring to make 7 plushies is a lot lower, I think. So I do think I'm going to leave the strawberry cows for Scotland, and I kind of also want to leave the orange foxes for Scotland because I think that will be the same story. I only need a couple of colors to make all of those. So I think that leaves me with 11 plushies to make while there, which I think is enough, although we are going to be driving a lot. We are going to be on a boat, so I might even take a bit more. That being said, I think now I might start on a frog cow. If I make 2 frog cows, I'm all done with frog cows, so that would be amazing. Or option 2 is I work on the next Totoro bear, because then I finish all Totoro bears already. And then I have a test version for the free pattern I'm putting out on Patreon. Yes, I will make another Totoro bear after this. But first off, I did want to just talk to you guys a bit because I do have a tiny little life update. My Patreon members already know this, but I got married last Friday. It's Wednesday now, so it's a little later. Me and Lush had a wonderful wedding. We decided to keep it super small. It was just our very close family. We had a little ceremony at the town hall, and then we just had lunch here at home. Well, actually, long story, but it was at the neighbor's house because it was the hottest day of the year on our wedding, 36 degrees Celsius, and we were not about to sit outside our house in 36 degrees Celsius. So our neighbor was kind enough to lend us her house because she has air conditioning. We don't yet. So we had this really lovely lunch with 17 people, and we hired just a private chef at our house. It was so great to just be able to celebrate this at home and keep it really small and cozy. And then after that, we went on a weekend away with my dad, his wife, and then my sister and her boyfriend because my dad lives in Sweden, so we don't see him very often. And of course, he was going to be in Belgium for my wedding. So we took a little weekend away, and I've been back since yesterday. Been super tired, but I have been recovering quite well, and I'm fully ready to get back into crochet now with the stress of the wedding and stuff behind me. But one more thing that's holding me back from just crocheting all time. Lush got me a wedding gift. It's a Switch 2. I was in dire need of a Switch 2. I mean, I'm not the biggest gamer, but when I do game, it is on a Switch. And I had a Switch 1, but honestly, that thing goes out of battery in 5 minutes, and if it's out of battery, it takes 10 minutes of charging for it to start up. Every game was so slow. So very, very happy with this. And of course, I immediately had to nookify it by making it all pink. This is a case. Here there's even like a silicone pad underneath the case to make the buttons pink and everything. So very pleased about this. So yeah, I've been playing Moonlight Peaks. I also got Discounty. Both games I haven't played before. I didn't play much on my Switch 1 anymore because it was so slow, but I've been loving it, and it's been hard to put it down. So it's been hard to crochet. I think this one would also keep me busy in Scotland as well. So it's gonna be a fun time. And I just wanted to give that little update. Also, I'm really curious to know if you guys are also gamers or cozy gamers, and also what your favorite games are on the Switch 2, or just Switch in general. I have played Pokopia for a bit as well, got very addicted, but those who know I got so overwhelmed. I had chests in every single world, and I just could not remember where I had put my stuff. I don't know if there's been an update since, but I couldn't do it anymore. And I actually played that a couple months ago, and I borrowed my sister's Switch 2 for that. So this one I only got on Thursday, the day before the wedding, which was super lovely and I'm very happy. So yeah, there's my little life update. I posted like 3 pictures of the wedding on Patreon just because, you know, it's still kind of private and we also don't even have the actual official pictures yet. So I'll see if I post any more over there. But we had a very lovely weekend and wedding and I'm just feeling very happy right now and wanted to share my little bits of news with you guys. But now it is time to work on the next bear, which is gonna be another Totoro bear.
What can you say when love goes away that hasn't been said before? I have no rhyme that's different this time.
I've gone ahead and finished the second Totoro bear and gotten as far as I can before I need to stuff. Everybody say hi to little Nori. So let me just add this to my pile of whips, bringing my total whip number to 11. Now, my plan was to work on this pattern, which was going to be a blueberry bear, because this yarn is like I wouldn't say it's rough, but it's a bit more sticky, so it's a bit harder to crochet with. And I know that if I'm going to be finishing 11 whips in a single day, this is going to suck to have to do within that because my arms are going to hurt badly from this. So I'm thinking I do want to work a little bit on this one just so that my hands don't cramp up the minute I work on this one and then I just can't finish the challenge. But my back is starting to feel it today. So I'm not sure if it's a good idea to even continue this one. I might do a little more, just like do the second ear, do 2 more arms and see where I get with my back. But I do think now I'm going to take a little break so that my back hopefully gets a bit less tight and stuck. And then maybe I'll be able to work more on this one. But if I do work more on this one, I feel like I need to give myself another whip because otherwise I'm cheating. So I will see about that. Now, I do still have Thursday and Friday before I'm going to start on the whip challenge video. So I still can work on this one and that next extra whip in those 2 days because I'm going to film the Can I Finish All My Whips in a Day video this weekend. So I don't necessarily need to crochet more today, but I do want to because I have a whole free day today. It's currently 10 to 3, so I definitely still have time. We'll see what my back says. So depending on whether I crochet today or not, I will see you later today or one of the next days. Hi guys, it's Thursday, so it's the next day and I did finish the blueberry bunny all the way until I had to start stuffing. I am really pleased I did this before I did the challenge video because my hands and my arms are feeling it. It's such a workout when you have this yarn that's like so much more rough on your hands. It really does make a big difference. So I'm glad that's done with and all I have to do is finish up the top to finish the whip and of course, you know, attach the ears, attach the little stems, do the eyes. So there's still quite some work, but not too much more of crocheting with this yarn. Now, today I actually realized I was really stupid because I was at the office on my way to the yarn store to get more stuffing to then realize I literally bought another bag of stuffing before our wedding. I have another bag of stuffing downstairs and I just completely forgot about it. So I could have been stuffing my plushies this whole time, but oh well, I'm just gonna keep doing it like this so that I have the finishing all my whips challenge to do this weekend. But as per my own rules, because I did work so much on this one, I need to give myself a new whip. So what I'm thinking, I currently already have 11 whips to go. Definitely gonna add 1 more, but I think that might be the last one that I add. I could also crochet a bit off camera, but I'll see about that. But let me check my list. We need 2 more flower hoodie bears, which I do kind of feel like making. One more plain blueberry bear. Don't really feel like making that one. Plain strawberry bears. I've just been doing a lot of the border now for my strawberry and blueberry bunnies, so I don't know if I feel like doing that one right now. I actually do still need 3 cows in a frog hoodie, so I might get started on those. But I also need 2 more plain cows, which would be fun to do as well, I think. These are some hard decisions. I think it's gonna be a frog hoodie cow. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking of a brown toned cow with a darker color for the hoodie, although didn't I make a cow exactly like that? Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna take a lighter green for the hoodie for this one. And then the last frog cow I'm gonna make later will be a light cow with a dark frog hoodie. Okay, that sounds like a plan.
I was swinging along, minding my business, when suddenly out of the blue, just like a present from heaven, beautiful, wonderful you, the clouds disappeared and the birds started singing a beautifully wonderful tune.
Hi friends, happy Friday. This is where I got, so the hood is done and this one until the neck. I think I'm gonna leave it there because I feel like if I do most of the head as well, it doesn't leave that much of a whip for me to do, and I do still want it to be a challenge. I'm looking at my pile and I actually have no idea if this is gonna still take me a really long time or not, and if it's even possible to do it in a day. It might not be. I might be completely underestimating how long all of this is gonna take me, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll leave this one with a pile of whips, and I think that's gonna be the last one. This brought us to 12 whips, if I'm not mistaken, so I think that's more than enough to do in a challenge video. In the meantime, I was reminded that I have a custom order due on Monday, so I immediately just got started on it today. It's a bear. I don't know if this is known outside of like Belgium, Netherlands, maybe France and stuff, but there are these cookies called Lu bears. It's a cookie shaped like a bear and it has like brown spots on the 4 paws, and I have a custom order for a bear based on Lu koekjes, so I've been working on that one. I'm gonna finish that one off later. I do still have quite some time today to crochet. I don't want to do anything more for the challenge. I feel like I'm creating a bit of a fake challenge by working on it and creating more whips for the challenge. So I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to keep it still a little bit realistic of all the whips that I had. I mean, I only added 2, but I also did work on 2 whips that I already had laying around. So I'm not going to work on whips anymore, but I am going to make a new project just because I have time to crochet and I really need to for the convention. When I'm done making this custom order, I think I will get started on a turtle Nessie. I'm thinking a rainbow turtle Nessie because those are definitely not projects I'll be taking to Scotland with me because I need every single color of the rainbow, obviously, to make those. So now it is time to finish this one, and then I will get started on a turtle Nessie, which I'm honestly super excited about. The little Lu bear is done. I just still have to give the baby safe eyes. So the friend did ask me to give this bear some clothes that will help with the motor skills when the little kid is a toddler. She was thinking buttons, zippers, something to tie So I'm thinking of making 2 clothing pieces, but I'll have to see. I'm still gonna think about it, but I do want to head to the store to get some buttons, get maybe a zipper. I'm not sure yet about a zipper. And then the tying I'm just gonna do with yarn, obviously. So I do want to go get some buttons at least, and I might as well go get some embroidery thread as well, because I want to take an embroidery project with me to Scotland, which we're already leaving in a week. So I'm really excited about that, but I'm starting to be a bit stressed because there's a lot of stuff we have to do before then. Today we also had to go to the sports store to get like some new walking shoes, to get a really good new rain jacket because it's gonna rain a lot, to get some new pants that dry easily from all the rain we're gonna have to walk through. So a lot to do still for Scotland. I'm happy we did do that today though. I also did go ahead and make all the fins for the rainbow Nessie. So that's out of the way, but now it's looking like it stopped raining here for a little bit. So I am going to head to the yarn store now for buttons and floss. Hey guys, so I did go to the yarn store, and after that I finished this little turtle Nessie. I still need to give it a mouth, but I don't know where my thin black yarn is, so I'm just gonna leave it there for now. So that is officially the first finished plushie of my revitalized market prep. I did crochet a lot, I just didn't make any finished plushies, but here is the first one. And while making this one, I did come to a realization that I have not shown my YouTube family my newest pattern. And I can't believe I haven't done so. At least I think I haven't done so. Here it is. It's my newest squishy squirrel pattern. It's low sew, so the only sewing is adding the tail to the body, but it's super cute. I swear it has a nose. I just used not very contrasting color here. This one has a much clearer nose. And you see, I'm so in love with the tail shape. I think it's just absolutely perfect. And I really enjoy making these. And they're like surprisingly fast. One takes me under an hour to make. And then with the fluffy tail, I mean, so cute. And I just realized I'd never shown you guys this, so I wanted to take this moment to show you my newest pattern. And of course my Patreon members got it for free. They get early access for free, so whenever it's ready for testing, all of my Patreon members get the pattern, and then a couple Patreon members are selected as official testers, and the only difference they get is that they're in the tester group chat on Instagram and the final pictures are in the pattern. But for the rest, everybody gets free early access to any pattern I put out. I am working on another pattern, but I don't know if that's going to be before I leave to Scotland. So it'll probably be a little while before that one comes out. Now, with that being said, I think it is about time to wrap up this video. I don't know, but I feel like this is going to be a long one. I have a feeling I talked a lot. I have a feeling I recorded a lot. I planned to just record for one day, but here we are 2 days later. I recorded for 3 days in total. That I had a really good time, and this was much needed. I truly wasn't feeling super motivated to crochet the last couple of weeks, even months, and this really ignited the spark again. Honestly, I just want to continue, but I really have to go start on dinner and edit the video you're currently watching, so unfortunately I don't think there will be much more crocheting for me tonight, but tomorrow is when I'm going to be recording the Finishing All My Whips challenge, so I think there is quite some crochet in my future. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping now, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to stick around for the whip video that's coming in probably a week. You never know with me because I just post whenever I want to post, but I'm looking forward to seeing you there. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye!